own data, you are able to create sales order to invoice?
In ECC, actually, I have an ECC server also. Like, I mean, the where I was doing the course.
Mm-hmm.
So through VMware, I have done it there because there were few errors which are coming through my own data in SAP S4HANA.
There is fine. So you must be having this access of the system also, right? That's for HANA access also you must be having, right?
Uh, I, I didn't get you. What?
As for HANA system access you don't have?
I have. But the thing is, for if I'm creating my own data, like my own company code and things,
Uh,
there are a few errors which are arising, financial errors, which
okay, okay, okay. We'll see that.
it's very
We have created our all structure. So once we will take our all structure and data, then we'll see
yeah.
error we are getting. Okay.
And one
Okay.
more thing, Deepak, so many people they like mess
Yeah,
up
messed up
the
the
SAP
standard.
SAP standard data.
Those things will come up. So I told you that this is something which we cannot control. Okay.
Yeah.
For agreement, all it is the DS for like in Vivo V80, we are like seeing like some quotations and all means they changed all the data
I
and all.
understand
Yeah,
Like
that much I
change the
know.
data.
So
Yes.
people will be changing the existing one only. But ideally, as I said,
Yeah.
even if you're doing testing, you should always create your own data, own document type, and then only you should try. Okay.
yeah, I created my own like inquiry quotation and order all like I created my own
Mm-hmm.
in Vivo V8.
So it's not working. When you create a order, let's say it's not creating order. So
It's working like copied from standard data. It's also like corrupted standard data. So and
no, I think it should work. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe in next few couple of class we'll do that one.
okay.
Okay. Maybe let's see. Let's try to do it today only. Since any customer master we are almost close, about to close it. Okay, let's finish it customer master quickly, and then maybe I will try to create our own sales order type, and then we'll see if it works or if you're getting somewhere. Okay. Okay. So till here we have done right. Lastly, I told you this is one of the important interview questions that if you even if you're not using create management and your order is getting blocked because of create block, then what could be the reason? So the reason could be the customer is using letter of credit payment procedure. So then this kind of issues may come. Okay. What is the T code to release the what do you call create blocked orders?
VKM4.
KM4.
Okay. See, you all need to answer all these, okay? Because in interview, these simple questions only these people interviewer will be asking, okay? And if you don't know, na, it is very regretful. After the interview, you will be like, okay, I knew this one, but I couldn't answer it, okay? And as I said, as a fresher, they will not go that much how create management works and all. Even if you tell the standard functionality, basic stuff also, that is fine for you people, okay? That is those things you remember. And when you will never, you will, until unless you practice, you will not remember. Okay, anyway, let's go to the next field, account assignment group. Okay, this is one of the important field when you do the billing actually. Let me open our customer, which we are referring as of now today. Let me open it. See, first before going to this account assignment, I would like to give you a basic understanding of GL. Okay, so GL is something we call it as a general ledger in SAP. What is this general ledger means? General ledger means a kind of diary or a notebook, you can say notebook or a book where all the entries are noted. Okay, when a shopkeeper runs a shop, or let's say any company is running any business, they always note down somewhere, right? Maybe in some copy, in some notebook, in computer, in Excel, anywhere, somewhere they must be noting down how much they have sold today, how much they have got, how much uh, amount or how much cash they are going to receive in upcoming days. All those details somewhere we have to write, right? Then only you will remember. Unless or else after a few days you will forget. So let's take an example of a shopkeeper here. The shopkeeper you must have seen if you people have bought groceries from a local shop, you must have noticed he always keeps a diary, right? Where he note everything, how much you purchase from them. Even if you let's say someone goes and buy on credit, okay, let's say it's a regular customer and he is going to pay at the end of month, okay. So then that also he notes somewhere so that he remembers and at the end of the month he will check everything. He will reconcile everything whether how much. money was supposed to come, whether he received that money or not. Okay, now think from a shopkeeper's perspective. When a cash customer comes, cash customer means the customer, let's say Vishal went and Vishal purchased something and Vishal paid then and there itself, and then he cleared and then he went. So that also somewhere he will write, even though it's a cash sale, money has came, but at the end of the month he need to what you call, he need to check no how much business he has done. So that also you must have noticed he noted down somewhere, maybe not in front of you. Once you are gone, maybe he'll open the diary and he will note down that thing. Okay. Now let's say Manoj also went to the shop and Manoj is a regular customer and Manoj is going to pay at the end of month. Okay, generally he goes and he purchases something. Okay, give me 4 kg atta, 2 kg rice, anything. And he just said, okay, write it in my diary, write it in my khata, generally what we call in. At the end of the month, Manoj goes and pays everything. Now, what that shopkeeper will do? Shopkeeper will create a separate diary for Manoj, or separate diary for a customer like Manoj, whoever are going to pay at the end of the month. For Vishal, he will have a different kind of a diary because that payment has already came. He just what do you call, he just noting those things for future analysis. Okay, how much, which material is being sold frequently, from which material I'm getting more revenue. So those kind of stuff. So GLs are also like that. Okay, GLs, as I said, GLs are nice, but general ledger, that's a kind of a book or a notebook, you can understand, in which there is a layman language. So when any sale happens, somewhere SAP also write down or note down all those data, how much material has been sold, how much GST we have paid, how much revenue we are going to collect, how much freight charges we have paid, how much discount we have given. All those things we have to note down somewhere. That entry has to be made. So that we call an accounting entry. Okay. Let me go to our sales order. As I have told you earlier, in our OTC process, there are two places where accounting entry happens, and wherever that accounting entry will happen, thing means noting down in the diary, then only the GL will be coming into picture. When you create a sales order, there is no accounting entry. When you create a delivery, there is no accounting entry. When you do the picking, there is no accounting entry. But when you do the PGI, means something is happening that time. The goods is leaving your premises and some stock is getting reduced and some material value has to be adjusted accordingly. So that time one accounting entry happens. That is a material document. As I told you that you can see in the MICO, right? So that is a material document. Let me go to order. This was our order. And one accounting entry will happen at the time of invoice. Okay, as I said, you see, this is one of the accounting entry. In SAP, you call it general entry also. So this is one accounting entry, and there is one more accounting entry that also you can see in the PJ document. If you open the PJ document and
Hello, Deepak.
yeah,
Deepak, the mic was very disturbing. Which one? Yes.
it is coming from Kalpesh, I think. Yeah,
Um,
completed already.
okay.
It must be here. Where I can't find it.
Deepak, it will come in the this thing delivery. Uh,
No, not in delivery. It must be here somewhere. That document entry, no. And, yeah. You see, this is one of the accounting entry that I said. Okay. If you click here,
okay.
you see, there are, as I said, there will be few more entry that you don't need to worry. Your only concern is this much, this only. Okay. Even in, if you talk from the SD perspective, this is not your concern. Even if this is not getting generated, uh, then PJ will not happen and you cannot create invoice. So that time you need to take help from FI and MM consultant both. Okay, let's open it. If you double click here, it will open that document. Okay. So you see, this is your GL. As I said, this is another diary. This is another diary in layman language. Okay, GL is, you can understand the layman, just a diary. But in SAP we call it general ledger. So you see, in this diary, SAP has written 50.14 as the minus entry. In this diary, SAP has written 50.14 as a plus entry. Okay, very important thing. As of now, you just remember this one important thing. As I said, it will be asked in many interviews that in SAP OTC sales process or SAP SD process, where accounting entry hits. So then you need to tell two places accounting entries are generated in SAP SD process. One at the time of PGI, which is this one. Okay. Another one, another accounting entry is generated at the time of invoice. Okay. And these two are required. If it is not created for some reason, then something is wrong. Okay. I mean, if let's say this is generated, let's say material document accounting entry happened, you created invoice, but at the time of invoice you don't see that accounting entry, then somewhere that process is not completed. But I said, if you have sold something, that entry has to be made somewhere in the SAP also, right? If it is not made, something is missing. You cannot say that was my part is done. No, then you are also stuck somewhere. Even though finance person will also look into that error, but you also have to look into that error, why that accounting entry has not generated, accounting document has not generated. Okay. So this you at least you remember first of two places at the time of PGI, at the time of invoice. How can you see? I mean, how can you see that accounting document for PGI? You go to delivery, you go to MIGO document. This is your MIGO document or PGI document. You go to header, you go to document info, you go to financial document. Maybe in some interview, these people may ask you where you can see that accounting entry for delivery or accounting entry for PGI. So then you need to tell them, I go to the delivery, I go to the PGI document. Then in the header document info section, I can see that FIA document. There I can see accounting entries. Okay. One more thing you need to remember here. If you see that minus and plus, if you sum it,
Uh, Deepak, sorry, just a doubt.
Mhm.
Like, how do we know this is for this accounting entry is for delivery? Like, is there any?
No, as I said, there are only two places our accounting entry will generate in SAP SD process. Okay.
Okay,
And this document what we call, this is your, as I said, if we are opening in the MIGO, if you see display material document.
yeah,
So material document is always associated with some sort of material movement only.
okay, okay,
Material movement will happen when at the time of PGI. Okay.
okay. So, if you are issuing the goods, or if you're accepting some goods
Yeah,
also, right?
then also MIGO will happen.
Okay,
Okay.
inbounding or outbounding, what
Anything,
like?
anything. Let's say,
Yeah,
or maybe let me show you that as well. If you remember that
okay,
day we have uploaded few stock, right?
correct.
Initial upload. Okay, let me do it again. I don't remember that one, but anyway, let's put it again. PG12. Let's say quantity. I will put some 38. 1010. This storage location. Okay, let's check. Document is okay. If I post it, this is created 7698. Let's go to
Okay,
7698. Now we have to go to display. So I'll go to display 7698. Why it has not came? This only was the number, right? Okay.
yeah, no,
So you need to click this button as well. Okay. Sometimes this will not take
execute. Yeah,
automatically. You need to press enter or you need to click this button. So now you
okay,
see,
okay,
even though I have what do you call it, I have uploaded some stock or some stock has came inside. As I said,
okay.
always assume as a shopkeeper. Let's say you are a shopkeeper. You
Mm-hmm.
when you have bought something from somewhere, let's say from some big party, you have purchased something. That also you will note down somewhere, right? Okay, 10,
Yes,
10 packet of atta I have bought today to sell for selling purpose. So that also you need to note down somewhere. So that's why anytime any material movement will happen, that will generate a accounting entry. Okay. There are few exceptional cases, but as of now you don't bother that. You only remember this one. Any goods is going out of my premises, accounting entry will generate. Any goods coming to my premises, my plant, accounting entry will generate. Okay.
okay.
Here you can see in MIGO. You open that material document, you go to FI document. Here also, if you see, there will be two GLs. Okay, minimum two GL will be required. Okay, and SAP how accounting entry or how SAP what do you call takes the entry plus minus, and that plus minus will always sum up to 0. It can never happen that okay, this is 2206 plus and this is 2200 minus. No, then there is a difference of 6, right?
Yeah.
That will never be posted. That will throw an error that 6 is not adjusted somewhere, or some sort of error you will get generally. Okay, so always remember that plus and minus entry will always result to 0. Then only accounting will happen, else it will never happen. Okay, this plus sign generally in SAP terminology we call it debit. I think in invoice also I told you, but again also you need to remember. And sometimes what will happen, these people will ask you like this. Okay, uh, like I have uploaded some stock like we did just now, right? Then these people will ask you, can you tell me the accounting entry when you do the initial upload? So then what you need to tell them, when you upload the initial stock, the accounting entry will be like this. The inventory will be debited, and what do you call invoice or some initial value or something. I think they have what do you call
Financial balance.
not exactly financial, but they use a different term actually. Some stock value or something they say it. Okay, so inventory will be uploaded and some stock value will be credited. Always remember this, minus is credited, plus is debited. This is coming from the GL description. Okay, so this you can put anything. Let's say I created a GL with my own name Deepak. So it will appear as a Deepak only. Okay. So as of now, remember initial when you do initial upload, inventory will be debited. Let me Google it. I don't remember all this. Let me just Google it. What is that accounting entry for that? Accounting entry. See, we all forget all this. So when I go for an interview, I remember all this, and then I after some days I also forget. Okay. So that's why I'm saying you always practice accounting entry at the time of initial stock uploading SAP. You see, record entry generates debit to inventory GL, means debit to inventory. That's what it is showing, right? Inventory is debited. Plus means debited. Always remember this thing. Plus means debited. Minus means credited. So inventory is debited. And what else? And credit to the initial stock upload. Okay, this we call it initial upload or initial stock. So this is credited. So this you need to tell. Okay. If you tell this line, you are good. Okay, let me paste it in the chat also so that इधर भी आ जाए. Okay, this is for initial stock upload. Counting entry. Okay, in interview you need to tell in this term only. If someone asks, you have to answer like this. Inventory GL will be debit and initial stock will be created. Simple thing. When you are purchasing something, what will happen? Your initial stock will be increased, right? You have, let's say you bought some 10 packets or 10 mm, from 10 kg or something from someone to sell. So your initial stock is up, increasing. So in SAP that we call it credited. Okay, this is something confusing in SAP terminology. So that's why I'm saying you spend some time and then remember this exactly how it is happening. If you tell this plus minus also, that will also work, but sometimes they will say, no, no, what is credited, what is debited? You tell me the SAP terminology, okay? So you always remember this thing. So this is our initial upload, okay? Let's go back to our PGI document. This was our PGI document, right? Uh, yeah, this was PGI. Now notice the difference. Let me go to the accounting entry for PGI. Now you see Right side, assume, as I said, assume yourself as a shopkeeper. You have purchased something from a company, or say from, let's say, Ashirwad Atta or something you purchased. So that time, what you did, you created the inventory account, and inventory GL is debited. When you sell it, it will happen. It will, I mean, the accounting entry will be reverse, right? So you see the exactly same thing is happening. 13600, that is inventory, is created this time. You see the difference. The value is different because we have uploaded some different quantity. Here we have uploaded some 88 quantity. Here we do the PGI for 2 pieces, I think. So that's why you see the difference. But you see the sign. When I did the initial upload, this was plus, but when I'm selling it, it is becoming minus. Okay. So what I will say, when I do the PGI, my inventory is credited and my goods issue, this is your goods issue GL, that is debited. Clear so far?
Yeah, Deepak, yeah, clear.
Yeah, Deepak. Yeah.
In the time, let me post it also. Let me at the time of PGI, so that the exact terminology you will remember. You see, not this one. Here, this much is enough. Okay, this is for accounting entry for cost of goods. Okay. So these two you remember. Initial upload, this is our accounting. For PGI, this will be our accounting entry. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back where we were. Yeah. So as I said, when as I was giving example, let's say Manoj bought something and Vishal bought something, so that shopkeeper will note down in some different what do you call, different diary, because both are some sort of different customer, different category of customer, right? That Vishal always pays in cash and Manoj always pays at the end of month. Manoj purchased always purchase in credit, and at the end of month he clears his account. So somewhere in his mind, in the shopkeeper in mind, he has created two category. Okay, Vishal is a cash customer, Manoj is a credit customer. So this is why he is maintaining two different diary for that. So SAP also does the same thing like this. We have something we call, as I said, there are so many fields through which we can segregate the customers. As you must have seen the customer group, price group. Okay. We also have one more field for accounting purpose specifically. Where is that field? Yeah. So this one, account assignment group of customer. Okay. You see this one. So generally, most of the company, how they do, they segregate accounting entry based on whether it's a domestic, whether it's a foreign. Okay. Sometimes few companies also create a account assignment group for, let's say, government customer. That's also a different kind of customer, right? When you sell goods to government doesn't pay tax. That sale order or that sales process will be tax free, because who you will, I mean, government only is buying, and government only cannot pay tax to government, right? So that's why those transactions are tax free generally. Okay. So you can have one more 04 or Z1 or anything. This you can create by your own. In configuration, you can create all these values 01, 02, 03, all those. SAP gives you standard 3. In real world, if you see to in real world, and as I said, if you see real production system, you will find few more. So as per the business requirement, they create all this. When this comes into picture, as I said, this is clear. We have gone through this accounting entry for PGI. Now, if I go to invoice, as I said, this is accounting entry for invoice, but let me go first to invoice only. I went to invoice. If you go to header, you can see that account assignment group here. Okay. Or generally, what happens, as I said, in sales order also, in invoice also, all the customer master data will come and sit in the header. Okay. Similarly, All the material master data will come and sit in item level. Okay, you see all those things, no? Material price, the storage location, okay, the net weight, gross weight things, all those things. So material data will always come and sit in item level. Customer master data will sit in header level. Now let me go to account determination, revenue account. Hmm, yeah, it maybe you people will not get completely this thing, but you see, this was the field, right? 01. So based on this combination, SAP has determined this GL 410000. Maybe if you maintain 02, it will be 4200 something. So this based on this combination, SAP determined one diary or one GL where the entry is to be made. Let's say 01 is for Vishal. So there will be different GL. There could be 02 for Manoj. So then a different GL will come automatically. So with this account assignment group, what we are doing basically, we are playing around with the GL which will be determined at the time of accounting. Okay, let me see what that note says exactly. Yeah, this is one of the parameter. Yeah, this it is one of the parameter. It's not the only parameter. Even if you see in our case also, there are other things also. Account assignment group of material is there, account key is there, sales log is there. So I said these five parameters are there. So out of that five, this is one of the parameter which will help us determining the GL. Okay, understood this one? This point? Any confusion?
No, Deepak.
No, Deepak.
So now where I can see this GL, you can see okay this GL got determined. Where I can see if I open accounting this GL should come, correct? Let's go back.
Yeah, in financials, FS00 or something it will show.
No need to go to FS0 and all. The document
Okay.
here also you can open it. As I said, from the document flow also you can open. If this is our accounting, okay, you can directly
Yeah.
skip and you can click OK. It will open anyway.
Huh.
You see the same GL, correct?
Yes. I
Another.
mean, like for that,
Mm-hmm. Let me go back. Yeah.
this SL account number, these are the GL account numbers, right? Where it is going to get recorded,
Right.
like
Correct.
ledger accounts.
Ledger account.
Okay. So even if we go into FS00 and put this 410000, whatever the number is,
Mm-hmm.
that ledger account will be recorded, right? In this thing.
No, after 00, I don't think so. Let me see. Where you can enter that. See,
Uh,
here you are not entering it. You are creating the GL here. So this is, see,
okay. Okay. Okay.
you are not doing the transaction or you are not making entry. You are creating another diary or another GL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Let's say
Understood.
I want
Understood.
to create a new one. I'll give maybe any old reference and I can create with reference or something. Okay. Then what it will do?
Okay.
It will create a similar GL, a similar diary. How this entry? There I said GL will be of different type. As I said, for tax purpose, you will have a different GL. For revenue, you will have a different GL. For discount, you will have a different GL. Okay. So if you drop down here, you can see all those things. You see cash account, primary, secondary, balance sheet. Here also, if you see fixed income, material document, all those things. Okay. You don't need to go to this level. As I said, it's FS00. You don't create it. Okay. Even for testing purpose, I would not suggest you to create because it's completely financial transaction. Finance people will give you the GL. You only need to map it. Okay. So in FS00, you create the GL. Okay. So let's not get confused. So as I said, from the document flow also you can open the accounting entry GL or you can go to invoice. From here also you can see. If you see, if I click on accounting overview, it will show me both. As I said, second one you can ignore. System generates automatically. You don't need to bother about this one. No one will ask you what is this controlling document. You will be only asked what is the accounting document. Okay. If I double click here, same document opens And as I said, you always see this plus minus will always become 0 only. Even though there are two minus, but if you sum it, it will always be 0. If it's not 0, it cannot be posted. Okay. Now you can see there are three GLs. This is your customer GL, or you can say reconciliation account. This is your revenue. This is your tax. This is a very simple accounting entry. Okay, that's why you only see three pieces: the net value, the tax. Who is going to pay? Customer is going to pay. That's it. Okay. Any confusion? Anyone?
No, the
No, Deepak.
Okay. So this was the point of this field, this account assignment group of customer. Similar field as I have shown you that, let me go back again to our revenue, this account. See, from here you can see which, let's say your accounting entry has not generated. You click here and let's say some error you got that accounting is not generated. So how you can analyze what happened? You can go to environment, you can go to account determination analysis, and you can go to revenue account. So from here you can see whether my GL got determined or not. So these all are different combination or different ways of determining the GL. Okay. Let's say I click here. So it says no GL found. Means based on this combination there is no GL. But we have another what do you call another combination as well. If I click here, you see now it says GL is found. This GL got determined based on this combination. So as we are discussing this customer account group, account assignment group. Similar field we have in material as well. Okay, let's say I'm a shopkeeper and I'm selling, let's say I'm selling atta. So for atta, I want to note down in some different GL. Maybe for rice, I want to have a different GL. As I said, SAP gives all the option. If you don't want to use it, you just don't use this field. That's fine. But what if the customer wants to use it? What if customer wants to make the entries based on the material also? So then you can use that field. Correct? So this is how you can analyze whether my GL got determined or not, and what happened. When for troubleshooting, you can come to this field and then you can analyze your GL determination thing. Okay, let's go back. Then there is a tax classification. So as I said, let's go back to billing. I don't know whether it will be billing or somewhere. Yeah, so this is your tax classification. So generally two types of customer. As I said, let's say a normal customer, he will pay the tax. Let's say it's a government entity. Let's say there are many government companies also running, right? Let's say what do you call that, Baba Atomic Research Center. That's also a government subsidiary or government company. So when they buy goods from someone, let's say they are buying some steel or iron from Tata Steel. So Tata Steel understands anyway it's a government company, so government will not pay tax to government itself. So that transaction has to be tax free. Or they will only charge the what do you call the net value. There will be no GST, no tax will be coming. Okay. So generally there were mostly see, if you see there are so many things, but as of now you only remember two things: whether the customer is tax exempted, means there will be no tax, or that customer could be tax. That customer could be liable to tax. These two you remember, 0 and 1. There are so many other fields you don't need to confuse. Okay, you just segregate as of now 0 1. 0 means if you can have your own description. It's not always okay. 0 means tax exempted. Again, as I said, this again you see this is something related to tax. So again, this field is something which is more related to finance people, not the SD consultant. Okay, but you need to know this tax classification, where this tax classification is and what it impacts in your sales process. Okay, if I go let me go to my order maybe, or let me go to our invoice. So this was our tax. You see, this was the net value, and this was the tax. Correct? TTX1. So this is my tax. How much percentage of tax it has applied? 19%. Okay, 19% of 13 5.10 will become 6.67. Now if I go to analysis, TTX1. So you see, like we determine the GL, right? We have few parameter and then based on that GL was getting determined. So similarly, your tax condition record or pricing condition record also works. So you have maintained 19% based on what? Whenever that customer departure country is D, tax classification is 1 and tax classification of material is 1, then 19% has to be applied. So this criteria fulfilled, so that's why 19% came. Again, as I said, most of the companies don't use this tax classification of material, but SAP has always given that option as well. Let's say uh, you must have seen government imposes GST based on material also, right? Let's say it's a what do you call healthcare material, then there is a different percentage of tax. Let's say it's a mobile or electronic equipment, then we have a different what do you call bracket of tax. So that's why SAP also gives that option in the metal master also from where you can control. But as of now, we are discussing customer master. You see, so this one, whatever we have in the customer master here, that comes and sits there. This comes, this one is coming from this master data only. Okay, we have maintained in the sales area, customer master, billing tab. This one we have maintained. Our was D, so that's why it has taken one. Okay, because our country is D. So don't confuse that much. You only need to remember what is the purpose of tax classification. So it classifies the customer based on tax, whether it's taxable or not taxable. That's it. Don't spend that much time on this one. Okay. Now let's discuss this partner function. Let me go to our customer. Yeah. So here, if you see, there are four partners. I think we discussed already at higher level, but let us discuss now it again. So whenever a customer sales order is being placed, okay. So these four are very basic partner function that will come into your picture. Sold to party, bill to party, payer, ship to party. So as the name suggests, let's say Vishal is the sold to party, but Vishal says that payment will be made by Deepak. So my Deepak customer code will come here. Vishal customer code will come here, and let's say Vishal says Deepak will be paying, but you deliver the goods to Manoj. Then Manoj customer code will come here. Okay, this is very much possible in real world, right? That I may go to a company and I will say, boss, I will pay the money, but you deliver the goods to that different ship to party, right? It's very much possible. So that's why SAP gives that option. As I said, in our case, we are using all the four. If you have a different customer, you maintain a different customer. If you don't have, you maintain as it is. That's fine, no problem. Okay. Now also one more thing you need to notice here. When we are, let's say, I'm discussing or I'm analyzing how much freight I have to pay, then which partner function will come into picture for freight calculation? Anyone? For calculation of freight, which partner function will play the major role?
Major role will be sold to party, right?
No, why sold to party?
Because he's the main person who has made the order and
Okay,
under
that's
his,
fine. But let's say Deepak is sitting in Pune. Okay,
yeah,
company is in Mumbai. Let's say company is in Mumbai from where I'm buying the goods. So sold to party is
correct,
Deepak. Deepak is in Pune.
yeah,
But I told the company, boss, deliver my goods to Chennai.
yeah,
So that customer code of Chennai I will put as a ship to party customer code, correct?
party, correct.
So for freight calculation, which partner is important for here?
Freight calculation, ship to party will
Ship
be
to. Why?
important, right?
Because
The Chennai,
where you are
the,
going to deliver the goods, that location matters. That customer
yeah,
master data will come into picture, correct?
correct, correct.
So this is why SAP gives all these options. For payment related thing, let's say as in our example, Vishal placed the order and Deepak has to pay. So what is the payment term of Deepak? That will come into picture. Okay. Because I am going to pay that, right? Deepak is going to pay. So what is
Yeah,
my term and condition to payment? Whether I will pay next 10 days or I will pay in 1 month, that will come into picture. Okay. So for that purpose, SAP gives all these options. There could be multiple partner function you can create. Let's say, as I said, let's say some forwarding agent or a freight partner that you can maintain, salesperson, contact person. Okay, there are different partner function or sales employee. Let's say uh, this customer is bought by some company. Let's say Vishal bought this customer to company. So what company or what Vishal will say, you maintain my ID to this customer that whenever this order, any order is being placed, I will get some credit. Like you must have seen in your
Commissions.
yeah, Reliance Place, or let's say when you're going to buy some clothes, right? So they put some code in your what do you call, in your item, and then they ask you, okay, go and do the billing. So when the billing
Yeah.
is done, they also come to know, okay, this person has helped that this customer to buy the goods, so they get some credit, some sort of credit, right? So for that kind of function, SAP, in SAP also it will happen, right? So those partner function you will maintain in customer master directly, so that whenever that sales happen, that partner function or that agent will get some sort of revenue or some sort of advantage or credit of that sale, right? So for those all purpose, we maintain it. From where all this coming, you don't need to worry. As of now, you only remember four partner functions are important or majorly required: sold to, ship to, bill to, pair. Even if you don't have agent, fine. Even if you don't have contact person, that's fine. Even if you don't have employee, that's fine. Even if you have uh, another function also, it's fine. It is not mandatory, but these four are mandatory. These four has to be there. Then only
Deepak, one doubt.
Mhm.
What is the use case of bill to party here? Bill to party can for warranty or guarantee
Uh,
or something like that, or
Yeah,
what
something
is
is
the,
there. I don't even exactly remember, but in GST, I think in the GST, you know, in the India we are running GST, right?
yeah,
I think for GST calculation, I think this bill to party data will come into picture. Okay, sold to party is something who has placed the order.
yeah,
Okay, let's
correct,
say
correct.
I placed the order, but I said Vishal will be my bill to party. So now the tax calculation, I believe I'm not 100% sure. I need to check this one. So I think that
Okay.
this bill to party data will come. Who is the billing party? To who
So
company
his
is billing?
tax conditions, his pricing conditions will apply, right? So
Right,
for what bill
exactly.
to party we would have
Right.
made pricing procedures.
Let's
Okay.
say Vishal is a tax exempted customer. Vishal runs a government company, and I am the person who has placed the order. So the bill to party is Vishal. Bill to party will be our Vishal customer code. So from here, it SAP understand, okay, this is a billing will happen on the name of Vishal, so that billing has to be tax exempted. So it will always take the data from bill to party. Okay, I don't remember exactly because I think I worked GST I think 6 7 years back. I think, but there it comes into picture. Okay, we'll discuss.
Okay.
And maybe once have some time, I will discuss all this. But as of now, few
Got it.
example you remember for freight related stuff, ship to party will be our important parameter, important function. For payment related stuff, where will be, and for billing related stuff, billing is, as I said, billing is a legal document. Okay, when any company issues a bill, then that is a legal document, right? So the bill to party or billing document is very important. As I said, when you create a sales order also you can print. You can print the delivery as well. You can print the bill as well. But sales order and deliveries are not a legal document. Those are just for information. Let's say I cannot access SAP of Tata Steel, right? So what will happen? I will place my order maybe over phone or over mail. Then someone in a Tata Steel will place my order in their system. Let's say the end user or some salesperson will do the we will open they will open VA01 and they will put some material. They will put my customer code, and my sales order will be created. But how I will come to know whether my sales order got created? So I will ask, okay, boss, when you create, you send me the copy. Since I am a third party, I am a customer to Tata Steel. Tata Steel cannot give me the SAP access, right? To me, okay, boss, you can check your sales order here. So what this company do? They print the sales order, okay, and then they send me over mail or via output management. They can do that automation. Okay, whenever order is saved, automatically a mail will be triggered to Deepak. Okay, this order has been saved with this quantity, this much price, all those details, whatever I have given to them, and then I can check and then I can confirm. Okay, now everything is okay. You can continue. And if anything is not okay, I can ask, oh boss, this is not correct. I asked you to deliver in Chennai. Why you have placed the order for Madras or something, some other country, other city? So those corrections then I will do. Then again they will send me the PDF, then I will see, okay, now it's okay, now you can continue. So they will create the delivery, they will do the PJ, then they will do the billing. Okay. Okay, so this is customer partner function. Where it will come, as I said, most of the data will come and sit in a header, so that you can see. Let's not go out to item as of now. You will get confused. Header partner. You see, sold to bill to pair. If you see closely, there is no ship to party, right? Or why ship to party is not there? Because this is billing. So ship to
Okay, okay.
party is not that relevant for this transaction, right?
Maybe because it is similar, the codes are similar to bill to party and sold to party. So,
No, even if it is similar, it will come. Like you see, sold to will
okay,
also say, but it came. Okay, and let me go to
yeah.
delivery. Okay, so all you can control. Okay, it's not hard coded that always it will happen like this. You can control all this in your configuration, but generally, a standard practice is like this only. Okay, let me go to delivery. Maybe then it will be delivery display document header partner. Now you see there is no pair and bill to. Why? For delivery document, these two partner functions are important. Who placed the order and who the order will be shipped. The ship to address. That this is important for delivery document. Correct? Who is going to pay? Who is going to be billed? Delivery doesn't bother about that, right? So this is why you see this partner function only comment. But if you go to sales order, it will have all your. If you go to document flow and if you go to your sales order, uh, and if I go to header and partner, so I can see all my partner here. Okay, and in simple term also, even if the layman understand, you can understand this sales order partner means who you are doing this business. Those all we can call partner, right? When you are doing any business with any company or any person, that becomes your partner, right? Business partner. So that's why SAP also calls it business partner. And then all your detail will come here. Partner function. These all you need to remember. This partner function. As I said, partner is here, but what kind of function they play? What kind of role they play? So this will play as a sold to party role. This will play as a bill to party. So how you segregate that? Via this code. AG means sold to, RE means bill to, RG means pair, WE means ship to. Okay, and all those data is coming from master only, but you can change it when you create it. You can change it at the time of creation also. As I said, the SAP always copies the data from master, but you can anyway change it when you are creating it. Okay, let's say for time being, what will happen sometimes, let's say I'm running a business in Pune, but I have my small shop at 10 places. So what these people will do, they will not create 10 ship to party, right? Because why to unnecessarily load that kind of data to SAP? So they will only create one customer, and whenever I'm placing the order or whenever that person enters in VA01, he will just change the postal code and he will put the delivery location for that particular order where I want that goods to be delivered. Instead of creating 10 customer, they can just create one customer, and this is how they manage sometimes. Okay. Now let's go back. The partner function we did. As I said, this is ECC document. That's why you see all those XD045. You don't need to worry about this. Yeah, one more field I think here is important, customer master. Additional data. These all, as I said, SAP gives all those options. If you have a customer group, pricing group, account management group. Apart from that, also, if you want to segregate the customer further, you have all these options. Customer group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now you see status. So here you can block your customer. Let's say I don't want. Let's say I am the head of sales. Okay, or for some reason I came to know that this customer is not doing well and he will not pay, or for some reason I want to stop the transaction for this customer. So what I will do, I will put a block for this customer. Let's say I want okay, order till order you can create, but delivery should not happen for this customer. So what I will do, I will put delivery block for that customer. I will not put block here in the sales order section. I will put block in delivery. Similarly, if I want delivery to be also happen, but billing should not be generated for that customer, then I can use that billing block thing. Okay, you can play around with these options. You can put some value and then you can try to create order delivery billing. Then you will understand what because these all are very simple things. Okay, you can just put that value and you can see what error SAP throws. Okay, so this is for blocking purpose. You can use that these all options. So whenever, let's say, I am the controller and the head of the sales, I will just put a block here. So what will happen whenever that any person in the company will place order, he will get that error that this customer is blocked for sales order. So now they will not be notifying, okay, this customer is blocked because something is wrong or something has happened for that customer. That's why it is blocked. So what they will do, they will contact me somehow, or somehow they will track it down, right? Who put that block, and or maybe to the senior person they will ask, this person is getting the sales order block stuff. So what is the issue with that customer? And then that person will come to know. So this is how SAP controls everything. You see, I don't need to tell everyone that that customer is not paying on time, or for some reason I want to block that customer. I can simply put a block here, and automatically system will not allow them to create. And generally, this kind of authority, since it's a testing purpose, you can put all these block thing, right? But in general, a very senior person will have this kind of access, and other person can only see in the display mode. They cannot change it. Okay, they can see that okay the block is there, but they cannot change it. Only a senior person will be able to change these values. So these all are controlled via SAP access management or authority management, which basic system or security team handles. So that you don't need to worry. For testing, as I said, it's a testing system. You can do anything. Okay. Let's go back again. Let's see what required. Whatever file. Yeah, I think you must. I must have shown you this one. You guys remember this one? Which data from customer master will automatically update into the existing sales order? Do you guys remember this one? Anyone?
Yeah, yeah. You had showed it like changes when after creating sales order it reflected, right?
Right. That address will only change. Other data will not change automatically. So that's what I found
Yeah.
yesterday, right? So this is very important interview question. Okay. This is also an important interview question, but I have not seen it many places. But as of now, I just brief you what this means. Sometimes what will happen? Let's say my name is Deepak Kumar Singh. Okay. So let's say Vishal already created a customer code 1234 by putting Deepak Kumar Singh detail. But let's say Manoj also logged in as a system, and Manoj is not aware. Or let's say Vishal also itself forgotten after 10 days, then again he is trying to create the same customer code for me, Deepak Kumar Singh. So to stop that duplication, how you can stop that duplication? You can, as I said, there are three kind of messages in SAP. One is information, warning, error. So what you need to do? You need to this I think this is warning or information. This is not an error by default. Okay, but if you make it error, all these inform messages whichever comes in SAP, those all you can control. These all are somewhere in SAP they are maintained to work as a warning or to work as a information. That also you can control. But generally we don't change it. We follow the SAP standard practice and we don't change all those values. But you all have that privilege to change. So sometimes if someone asks you, how can we restrict the duplication of customer? Then you need to tell them we need to change the message number 145 from information to error. Okay. Then whenever system will try or as Vishal will try to create, error will come. Message will not come because I said message you can press enter, you can continue. That's fine. Warning also that will come in some yellow mark and all exclamatory mark. You press enter, it will allow. But error you cannot go through. If error came, that if you press enter, you do anything, it will not work. That error is there, that's hard coded, you cannot proceed further. Okay, so as of now, just remember this in message 145 through which we can control the duplication. How you control it, don't worry about that. If interview asks you from where you control, you just tell them we can control this via message number 145. If they ask how you do it, you can simply tell I don't know, but I have read it somewhere that via message 145 we can do. That's enough. Even if you tell this much also from the as I said, you are going to work as a fresher, so this also is enough. You don't need to go to system and then you don't need to tell then okay boss I'll go to this T code and then I will mark this information to error or warning to error. You don't need to bother about that much. Okay. Now these all are table. Okay. As I said, whenever you are saving anything, it will always SAP always store in some table. Like in sales order, we have VBAK, VBAP, delivery, we have LIKP, LIPS, invoice, we had VBRK, VBP, VBRP. So this is for a sales order. Okay. This is not changed. In ECC and HANA both are anyway it's the same. So you can, I just ping it here maybe. Okay. So you can check. Maybe let's say I want to see the general data. So maybe this is all you can play around. Okay. Let's say if I open KNA1, KNA1, and if I put my customer number, so my customer number, I put my customer number. You see all the basic data I get from here. General data, customer master. If I double click, it will open in the tabular form. See, the name, date, postal code, everything you can see. Okay. So this is how SAP stores in every place, not in the customer master. Everything is stored in the table form only. I think let's stop here only because we are already done our part. Any questions so far?